I'll let you know about a little secret here. The hidden gem of Switzerland is not in the Alpstein. In fact, it's one of the most popular regions for day trips in all of Switzerland. However, what most of you might never heard of before is this amazing peak called Schäfler, in my eyes the best spot to watch sunsets in Switzerland. It remains less visited as one needs to hike up there, but hey, this is definitely going to be a much rewarded journey.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently in Wasserrauen in Appenzell Innerrhoden, waiting to take this cable car, and up there I'm going to show you one of the very best hikes here in Switzerland. I just arrived up here in the Alp. This is the station. We have an amazing view, but I'm going up even higher. I'm going to the Schäfler, which has an even much better view than this one here. So when you're up in the Alps, it's always great to follow the signs here. Bergkasthaus Schäfler, or otherwise you'll often see 3 lines, white, red, white. This will lead you the direction.
The trail is actually not that difficult. It's a long stairway leading you along the Klus up to the guest house Schäfler. While you're hiking up there, do not forget to take a look to your left and right, as the panorama on this ridge is really impressive.
I have to say it's really amazing. However, I'm traveling quite a bit heavy because of my backpack. It's not about the things I need for staying overnight, but it's because all of the filming gear. I need my B-roll cam, my A-roll cam and my drone, so it's quite a lot. But yeah, it's fine. The hike isn't that long, but maybe next time I'll consider traveling lighter. Perfect weather. Oh my god, I was really dreaming about this. And yeah, I can't believe it's clear sky and most likely the sunset is going to look amazing. I just got off my shirt because I'm sweating a lot. It's a bit tight to hike with this heavy bag, but it's okay. Another 20 minutes and then I've reached the goal. What a relief to finally have arrived up here. Wow, this hike was really difficult, but only because of the bag, otherwise it's actually quite easy. I finally made it up to the Schäfler, and here we have the sunset that I was hoping for. Wow. Well, actually being from Switzerland myself, I do have to say this is probably the best sunset I've ever seen.
It quite requires some luck to book your night up on the Schäfler on the right day with clear blue sky weather. Should you be among the lucky ones, then you'll be witnessing one of the most stunning sunsets that you can get to see in Switzerland. Watching how the many peaks on this ridge turn first yellow and then start to glow in orange and eventually in red is really something very unique. All in all, this will definitely be a mind-blowing experience. I guess the pictures already speak for themselves. One doesn't have to travel far to the world's most beautiful beaches to be able to watch a dreamy sunset. Up in the Alps, you might not have the calming waves of the ocean, but instead you'll be able to get a fantastic panorama of the peaks glowing bright with splendor. Perhaps the latter already has fascinated our forefathers here in Switzerland, which might explain why the phrase "Wenn der Alpenfirn sich rötet" is included in the Swiss national anthem.
Wow, this impression with all these colors, it's incredible. Definitely this experience up here is unforgettable.
And after watching this stunning sunset, it was time to go to bed to be ready for getting up early.
Good morning everyone, it's almost 7 a.m. and here we have one of the best sunrises in Switzerland that I've ever seen. Wow, it's really amazing up here.
I thought the sunset was already stunning, but when I got to see the sunrise with its powerful colors, I was totally blown away. The fact that Mount Schäfler is not too busy during the mornings makes this spot even more admirable. Up there you can enjoy the serenity with only a few people, as many of them would continue their hike up to Mount Sentis, the iconic peak of eastern Switzerland.
Now I'm standing at this place which I feel looks a little bit dangerous, but it's really phenomenal to be up here.
What's the best about coming up to the Schäfler is that it's very affordable considering traveling around Switzerland. People will always think that the most beautiful attractions of Switzerland are very expensive, like more than 100 Swiss francs, but coming up to the Schäfler will only cost you 35 Swiss francs if you buy a return ticket for the Alpstein. The guest house itself is also really affordable. I paid only 40 Swiss francs for spending my night up there in a double room.
Now taking my breakfast up here at the guest house Schäfler, and I do have to say this is really a perfect location to take your meal because you have this view which is just so phenomenal. The guest house is really nice. It's a traditional Swiss alpine hut. Almost everything is made out of wood. And what's very interesting is that the water up here comes from the rain. So especially during summer when there's dry weather, the people from this guest house, they will ask you to consume water with moderation. And here you have a table for playing Yas cards. That's a traditional game here in Switzerland. And now I'm going to show you my room. It's a pretty small one. So there are two beds, one here, one down there. I was sleeping on the floor, Japanese style sleeping. And yeah, it was really comfortable. Actually, I really enjoyed sleeping up here in my sleep bag. It was quite warm. And considering it only costs you 40 Swiss francs to sleep up here, I think that's a pretty good price. Then another interesting thing, the doors, they cannot be locked. So the people up here, they have to trust each other, and I think that's quite a nice culture being practiced. The last lookout before I'm hiking down to Ebenalp, which is down there. I want to show you something. So here we have this summit cross. It's a very common thing to see in the Catholic regions in Switzerland. As I'm now staying in Appenzell Innerrhoden, this part is Catholic, but the other part, Außerrhoden, it's Protestant. Then right here we have the hilly landscape of the Appenzellerland, which is very, very typical for this region. And just over there, hidden by the mist, is the Bodensee, in English the Lake of Constance. And over there is also the triangle between three countries, Switzerland, Austria and Germany. So in that corner somewhere there is Bregenz, which is very famous for its opera by the lake. And then behind is Lindau, which is already in Germany. And then somewhere around there is St. Gallen. Time to say goodbye to the guest house Schäfler. It was really, really beautiful. And you have to say I saw one of the most beautiful sunsets in my entire life. Sunrise was also very beautiful. However, I would still prefer the sunset. I think that experience was just amazing. And yeah, now I'm hiking down there. It's going to take 1 hour. Then I'm going to take the cable car down because I don't want to continue my hike with this heavy bag. So I'm just going to bring the drone, the B-roll camera, and this one here.
I'm sure when you leave this place you will feel quite sad, especially when you're lucky with the weather. As you're hiking down, you will see how impressive the trail up to the Schäfler actually looks like. What in particular is stunning to see is this ridge that connects Ebenalp to Alp Clous, a very dramatic impression. Well, that's how the Alpstein is, never ceasing to amaze you.
Almost done with the hike. Actually, it's really easy. The problem is just my back. But yeah, I'm really grateful for the sunny weather yesterday, for the evening, for this amazing sunset. Now today for the sunrise and this beautiful afternoon. And just there in the background, there are a lot of people who do paragliding. So before I'm going down with the cable car, I'm going to check them out. Really interested to see how it looks like when it starts. I just arrived at the paragliding spot. There are a couple of people who are getting ready. Looks quite interesting. But myself, I think I'm too scared to do this, but it's definitely an amazing activity. Oh. I think this is really not as easy as it looks. It's a lot more difficult and I think it requires a lot of training. Oh wow. Oh. Wow. Wow, that's so extreme. Okay, so he's getting ready. I just arrived down here at the station in Wasserauen and I'm going to drop my bag. It has been very tiring to carry it all day long.
The Alpstein is one of the most unique natural landscapes of Switzerland. The many sharp and massive peaks sprouting up is something very impressive to see. In a way, this landscape quite resembles the famous Dolomites of Südtirol, which are one of the most popular ranges among the Alps. Most of the people travel to the Alpstein region to visit the guest house Aescher and the Alpstein, two iconic attractions of eastern Switzerland. Should you plan to travel to the Alpstein, I hope you'll consider hiking up to the Schäfler and be able to enjoy a sunset just as I have shown you in this video. Believe me, this will become one of your most memorable moments of your travels around Switzerland. With this, I'm going to end this video. A perfect trip with the perfect weather. This is Geographic signing out.